When's the last time you met someone who said, you know what I did today? I took a little statue and I prayed to it. I took this little statue and I thought that he was God, and I just bowed down and worshiped the idol. Or I looked up at the sun or at nature and I said, you are God. When's the last time you met anybody who did that? Probably not recently. That's because today idol worship practically doesn't really exist among Jews, certainly not. And yet, we know that there are three cardinal sins in Judaism: idol worship, murder, and forbidden relationships. According to the Talmud, according to Jewish law, one is actually required to give up one's life before he would commit any of these acts. And a great question was posed to a rabbi recently, and that is, it seems that this generation is a lot greater than generations a long time ago. Because a couple of thousand years ago, certainly during the time of the First Temple, Jews for generations and generations worshipped idols, worshipped nature. They actually did bow down and believe that little statues had great powers, etc., and that they were actually gods. But today, that's unheard of. So aren't we on a higher level than generations before? And the rabbi answered, I thought, so brilliantly. He said, no. You see, the difference is that back then, they were totally misguided. They didn't know what they were doing, but they sought spirituality. They were looking for meaning. They wanted something in their lives. Today, unfortunately, the vast majority of the Jewish people were not even interested in spirituality. They're not even interested in finding if there's something greater or something transcendental. They're not interested in finding spirituality in our lives. Nothing means anything anymore. That is the one thing, perhaps, that is even worse than the three cardinal sins. What a fascinating insight. So my point today, to tell you, is that when we look at other people who seem to be a little different than us, and they seem to be finding their spirituality in a way that we don't approve of in some way, and we say, oh, isn't that terrible? Before we do that, let's remember, these people, whether it be through Kabbalah or some kind of mysticism, wherever it may be, but these people, they might be misguided, but they are seeking. I think that before Rosh Hashanah, during these final weeks of the year, it would be wise for us not to judge them harshly, but instead say, these people are seeking meaning. That's far greater than those people that do not seek meaning, and therefore, let's reach out to those people who do not have any meaning in their lives. If you're watching this, you're watching Aish.com, you're interested in something about the religion, share it. Share it with somebody. One person, somebody who you think has no connection at all to Judaism, not interested in meaning. Share it so that you can in some way be a part of their lives and help them to create meaning. They might be misguided. People might be looking for the wrong things, but they're looking for something. But there are people out there looking for nothing. You can be the beacon. You can shine that light for them. Something to think about.